Have you ever made big weekend plans with a friend and then watched everything change? Hi there, I'm Jason, and this is Jason's Easy English, a podcast that helps you improve your English and learn about American culture with clear, understandable episodes in authentic, everyday language. Today, I'm going to tell you a short story about friends making plans, weekend activities, and what happens when life doesn't follow the plan. You'll hear some very common expressions that native speakers use all the time. And just a quick reminder, if you enjoy this podcast, don't forget to follow or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Before we begin, just a quick note. This story is fictional, but it's very realistic and reflects how people really talk in everyday American English. So, a few months ago, my friend Mark texted me on a Monday morning. He used to live in my city, but he'd moved away for work. Now, he was coming back for the weekend. He wrote, "Hey Jason, I'll be in town this weekend. Want to hang out?" To hang out is an expression that means to spend time together. Of course, I said, when a friend visits your city, you usually want to make plans. So we started texting back and forth. Coffee on Saturday morning, lunch downtown, maybe a movie at night. On Sunday, maybe a walk or brunch. At that moment, everything sounded good. When something sounds good, it means it feels like a good idea. So maybe something like in Portuguese, parece uma boa idea, or in Spanish, suena bien. It sounded good. By Wednesday, our weekend was looking full. Honestly, maybe too full, but we were excited to see each other. Here's a small cultural note. In the U.S., when friends visit for a short time, we often try to do a lot. We don't always leave much free time. In many Latin American cultures, visits can feel more relaxed, with fewer plans and more time just talking. Different styles. Both can be great. Anyway, on Friday afternoon, Mark arrived. We met for coffee, talked, laughed, and everything felt easy. So far, so good. But then, Sunday morning came. I woke up and saw a message from Mark. He said he hadn't slept well and felt really tired. He asked if we could meet later. I looked at our full schedule and realized something important. Life happens. So I texted back, "No worries," which means, don't worry about it, it's okay. We can take it easy today. Now, that expression, to take it easy, means to relax and not do too much. Tipo, ir con calma, or in Spanish, tomarlo con calma. We can take it easy today. We pushed coffee to the afternoon. Lunch became just a small snack. And that movie at night, well, we decided to call it off. That expression, call it off, means to cancel something. So we called it off. We canceled it. At first, I felt a little disappointed. But then something interesting happened. Instead of rushing from place to place, we just walked around my neighborhood. We ran into an old friend of mine on the street. That expression, to run into someone, means to meet someone by chance, like in Portuguese, encontrar por acaso, or in Spanish, encontrarse por casualidad. So we ran into an old friend of mine on the street. We stopped, talked, and even sat outside for a while. No plan, no stress. Later that evening, Mark smiled and said, "Thanks for rolling with it." That expression, to roll with it, means to accept a situation and continue without stress. It might be something like in Portuguese, levar numa boa, or in Spanish, adaptarse a la situación. So my friend said, "Thanks for rolling with it." In American English, this expression is very common when plans change and nobody gets upset. People just roll with it. On Sunday, things changed again. It started raining. So our walk didn't happen. Instead, we stayed inside, made some coffee, and just talked. At one point, Mark laughed and said, "Well, plans change. That's just how it goes. That's how it goes." This expression, "that's how it goes," means this is normal and we can accept it. In Portuguese, "é assim mesmo. That's just how it goes." Or in Spanish, "así es la vida." And honestly, he was right. By the end of the weekend, we didn't do half the things we had planned, but it still felt like a great visit. Sometimes the best moments aren't planned at all. All right, I hope that story was interesting and understandable. Before I let you go, let's review the main points of today's episode. Today, we learned some very common English expressions. We talked about to hang out, which means to spend time just relaxing together. We used sounds good to say that something feels like a good idea. Parece una boa idea, suena bien. We heard take it easy, meaning to relax and not do too much. We used to call it off, to cancel plans. We learned to run into someone, which means to meet someone by chance, encontrar por acaso. And we practiced just roll with it, a great idiom for accepting changes calmly. We also talked a little about culture, how friends in the U.S. often make a lot of plans, but still need to roll with it when life changes things. Well, that's all I have for today. I hope you were able to understand most of the episode and that you learned something new. Be sure to follow or subscribe to my podcast, and please share Jason's Easy English with your friends who are also learning English. Thanks again for listening, and I'll see you at the next episode.